This is Kitty Boitnott with Teachers in Transition, and welcome back to another episode of Teachers in Transition, the podcast and the YouTube channel. I own Boitnott Coaching, and I'm also the founder of Teachers in Transition. As you may have heard, if you've listened to this podcast before, you know that I am a heart-centered career transition and job search coach who specializes in working with burnout teachers who are ready to make a career change but don't know how or where to begin. I'm also a certified stress management coach. So on this podcast and YouTube channel, I alternate topics each week. One week I will talk about career transition strategies, and on alternating weeks I talk about stress management strategies. This week the topic is stress, and I want to acknowledge that we are in the middle part of May. For many teachers, that means you're on the home stretch coming down to the end of the school year. And depending on where you live in the country, you may be winding up around Memorial Day, or you may be winding up later on in June. I know I worked in a district that generally didn't wind down and stop until well into the middle of June. But wherever you are, whatever the calendar is for you, you're on the home stretch. It also means that you are into one of the busiest parts of the school year. You are working frantically to try to keep up with the testing and the proctoring and the taking care of the kids who missed the test on test day and now have to make up the test. You also have to take care that all of your special ed kids are tested in a proper environment where their accommodations are all met. You have reports to fill out, you have paperwork to fill out, you have grades to prepare, you have, in some cases, conferences to complete. And then there are all the other things that happen at the end of the school year. We used to do a field day, and that would take up an entire day that the kids would be outside and having fun, and somebody would have to organize the races and the games and all the rest. There will be special performances and award ceremonies and all kinds of things that infringe on your regular routine. Kids will be jacked up. They're more excited than you are, perhaps, because they're looking toward the end of the school year. I don't know, maybe you are more excited than they are, depending on what kind of year you've had. And it occurs to me, and I've said this before, I've said just about everything I know to say about stress management, the importance of taking care of yourself, of self-care, how self-care is not selfish, how you need to take care of your body and your mind and your spirit, especially this time of year when it's such a challenge for you to do so. You need to get enough sleep, you need to get enough exercise, you need to get enough good food into your system so that you can operate efficiently. The one thing that it occurs to me that I haven't mentioned that might be a particular help during this stressful time of the school year, and I'm not speaking facetiously, although maybe on some level I am, but it's the benefit of chocolate. It's true that for most of us, chocolate offers a little bit of a dopamine hit. It helps us to lift our spirits a little bit. There's just something special. I know there are people who don't love chocolate or say they don't love chocolate, but most of us do have sort of a soft spot when it comes to chocolate treats. So, as you enter this stressful time of the school year, one of my recommendations might be to have on hand a few little Hershey bars, the mini bars that you can get at the store. Not to overdo, I'm not recommending that you eat a whole bag of them, but that you have them on hand for that afternoon slump when you feel like you just can't make it to the end of the day. And maybe that would help a little bit to lift your spirits, to lift your mood, to help you to feel a little more in control as you wind up this school year. Know that I know how hard you're working, how much effort you've put in to making this a successful school year, how in many cases you feel like you have fallen short. And I just want to applaud you for hanging in there. You know, a lot of your colleagues didn't hang in there for the whole year. And if you are still plugging away and you're going to make it to the end of the school year, that is not nothing for you to give yourself a pat on the back that you made it through another school year. When you are ready then at the end of the year to think about whether or not you want to go back next year, that may be the time you need to make an appointment to chat with me. I offer a complimentary discovery session. It will cost you nothing but 20 to 30 minutes of your time to talk about your specific situation, to talk about whether or not you want to go back next year, whether it's too late for you to not go back, at least for part of the year, before you find something more suitable. And we can talk about your particular situation and whether or not you can make the move that you're looking to make, if you have decided you want to make a move. So make the appointment if you'd like to chat at teachersintransition.com/calendar. That's teachersintransition.com/calendar. And let's talk. If you have suggestions or ideas for other podcast episodes you'd like to hear, email me at kittyboitnott@gmail.com. Please review and rate this podcast so other people can find it more easily, whether you're on iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play or wherever it is that you listen to your podcast. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.